Many people say, oh, Burmese is so difficult, Burmese is so complicated, while at the same time assuming they know how to teach it. If you have Burmese friends as a foreigner and they know that you are learning Burmese, you might hear things like, oh, don't say it that way. Burmese people never use that phrase, and so on. So when things happen like that, my simple advice is, Hello, Minglawa. Welcome back to my channel. This is the very first video of the year. So first of all, I hope you had a wonderful New Year celebration. I wish you good health, happiness, auspiciousness, and good luck throughout the year. If you are new to this channel, my name is Zhu. I am the founder and lead instructor of AKKHAYA Burmese Language Institute. I've been teaching Burmese for 6 years now. Usually, December and January are some of the busiest seasons of the year for us. As many people, they have longer holidays and they started thinking about learning something new, learning a new language. So we receive so many messages, emails, interest, and registrations. Thank you so much for your interest in learning Burmese with us. Now we are already in the 4th week of welcoming our students back into their learning journey. So I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about something really important when it comes to learning a language, especially Burmese. Well, if you are learning Burmese as a beginner, there is one piece of advice I always like to share. Actually, it comes from Siajonoko and it's incredibly relevant in Myanmar and among Burmese community abroad. If you have Burmese friends as a foreigner and they know that you are learning Burmese, you might hear things like, oh, don't say it that way. Burmese people never use that phrase, and so on. So when things happen like that, my simple advice is, be grateful, listen, and learn the alternative they offer, but don't lose your confidence what you already learned with your teacher. Very often, you will meet another Burmese person who uses your original phrase and might even say the alternative sounds unnatural. It doesn't mean anyone is wrong. Actually, it means that language is flexible, contextual, and used differently by different people, occasionally depending on different regions as well. Let's think about English for a moment. Even a native English speaker cannot necessarily teach English well unless they are trained or experienced in teaching. However, you're going to learn vocabulary, pronunciation, or phrases from them, but teaching a language is a different skill. Usually, when someone speaks English as a learner, English speaker might encourage them by saying, oh, your English is good, it's okay, not bad at all, even though you are using, broken English. However, you shouldn't expect the same kind of encouragement from Burmese speaker most of the time. They won't say things like that, but please don't blame them. Many people say, oh, Burmese is so difficult, Burmese is so complicated, while at the same time assuming they know how to teach it. The reality is that many Burmese native speakers don't consciously understand grammar, structure, or they know how to explain their own language. So don't take the comments personally or don't take them too seriously. Instead, take it as a learning opportunity. Listen, observe, and if you're confused, discuss this with your teacher. In my 6 years of teaching Burmese, there have only been a few times when students told me, my friend said that this is incorrect. And every time, it became a valuable moment to explain context, variation, and usage. That's why trust is so important in teacher-student relationship. Trust the process, trust your teacher. And very importantly, choose the right learning resource and techniques. Be aware of your learning style and biases and find a method that works for you. For the beginner level students, I used to recommend the course book of Siajonoko and Introduction to Spoken Burmese, as well as Siamat Sansanintong course book, Colloquial Burmese book. These combination will help you to build a solid foundation for learning Burmese experience. There is also another challenge I like to share with beginner level students. I have heard so many times from polyglots saying that returning to a language after abandoning it many years is harder than studying a brand new language. That's why motivation is so important, especially at the beginning of a learning language journey. You need time, space, consistency, and patience to digest, to pause, and to keep going without putting too much pressure on yourself. In that case, in my language school, we focus on maintaining a healthy learning flow, a space where students feel motivated, supported, and confident enough to make mistakes and improve. Remember that learning a language takes time. It's not just about memorizing words, it's about creating space for yourself to absorb the language naturally. So these are a few tips for improving your Burmese language learning. Thank you so much for watching, and more videos are coming very soon, so stay tuned. If you'd like to try our lessons, you can find the registration link in the comments below to book a trial lesson. We kindly ask you to book only if you are genuinely interested in learning Burmese, so we can make the best use of everyone's time and learning space. If you'd like to become one of our WithConfidence students, the registration link is also in the comments below. We really appreciate your comments and suggestions as well, and happy to connect with all of you. Thank you again, and see you in the next video. Ta-da!